Next up, which team has 2 starters selected to the 2021 NBA All-Star Game?
Is it the Nets, the 76ers, the Celtics, or the Bucks?
So many All-Stars, but which team has 2 this year? That's the key. This year. You know that answer, you get some VC.
Yeah, this is an easy one. We love these players too. They've been on 2K TV before.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Harden. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard.
At 7'1", it is hard to keep Marc Gasol off the glass.
There's the feed to Jordan. In the corner, it's Harris. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet.
LeBron passes to Gasol. Second shot opportunity. That shot misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Their D was just phenomenal in the last game. We'll see if they bring that same intensity again.
Here's Caldwell Pope after the made shot from KD. Here's LeBron, and it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Here's James following the bucket by the Nets. It's not going to go for him. Durant with some nice D. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And James throws it down.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Jordan dishes to Harris. Here's Harden. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Harden outside. It's Durant on the wing. Back to Harden. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown comes in for Joe Harris.
And Schroeder becoming a more consistent floor general out there.
Irving looking for an opening. Offline from the high post. The Lakers shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Harrell down low. Guarded by Green. Shoots. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Few guys play with Harrell's level of energy, and that gets him to the line with some frequency.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for the Nets. Andre Shamet comes in for James Harden. To the paint. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, Gia, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
Shooter passes to Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
I mean, a dunk machine dating back to high school. Montrezl Harrell is an absolute monster around the rim.
Here's Luwawu. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Caruso kicks to Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Shamet. 11 points for him in that last game against the Rockets in Houston. And then Durant with the jam.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Kuzma outside. And Kuzma slams it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. KD against Kuzma. Durant down low. Green. No good on the last second attempt there. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Lakers on top as the Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant is out there with Luwawu, and it's Green. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Brown in a shooting guard. Shooter passes to Harrell. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Durant with a wide open look. Off the left rim and out. The Lakers in the lead. Kuzma outside. Pass to Harrell. Fires for three. Rebounded by the Nets. Shamet the pass to Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Dishes it to Harrell. From down in the low post, it goes. Harrell's got 8 points.
What a great shot. This is why Harrell shoots over 60% for his career.
Shamet on the wing. Feeds to Green. Rebound by Harrell.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Kuzma left side. Caruso looking for an opening. He feeds it to Harrell. And good that time. Harrell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers.
How many times have we seen this? Harrell getting his points in the screen and roll.
Shamet kicks to KD. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And the first one at the line is good. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great player. Morris dishes to Gasol. Kicks it out to James. Rocket 6. Another shot. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution and you saw the results.
Morris passes to Gasol. Up top, Morris, headed by Green. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Marc Gasol.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Harden draws the double. Down low, here's Jordan. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
LeBron dishes to Morris. LeBron against Harris.
Tough for the defender. Thinks he has LeBron timed perfectly, but instead gets fooled with the pump fake.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first free throw is good. Good on both. Here is Harden. A 29-point game for him in the win against Houston. "51 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 6 points.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Caruso kicks to Morris. There's the pass to Gasol. That one good for 2. He has 6.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Baseline jumper. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to LeBron. So they take the lead.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
And here's Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. From deep, James. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers ahead. They're up by 1. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage, but it never got bigger. They're in... And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Montrezl Harrell has been exceptional here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. James in the post. Harris is there.
They're at their best when LeBron pushes. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
And a wide open look for Irving. From the high post, he drills it. Irving's got 10 points in the game. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
James outside. He dishes it to Gasol. James looking it over. Caldwell Pope right side. 4 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And finished off by Gasol.
When the clock is low, Gasol is a great option to go to. He has such a nice touch on his shot.
Caldwell Pope against Irving. Here's Harden on the wing. Pass to Jordan. 11 feet away. Rebounded by the Lakers. Gasol's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Schroeder kicks to Gasol. Morris against Durant. Morris passes to Caldwell Pope. And stolen by Jordan. And Irving launches it from deep. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive, and Gasol slams it in.
And it does not take much for Gasol to throw it down. Just feed the big man inside, and he's good to go.
Harden against Schroeder. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got his first points in this one.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Schroeder outside. The feed to Gasol. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this, and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
And here's Green outside. A rebound by the Lakers. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Kuzma inside. Guarded by Jordan. Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Brown wide open. He fires. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
1:10 left in the third. Kuzma outside. Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Kuzma inside. Lakers passing it around. Back to Harrell. The pass to Caruso. 2 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. And Los Angeles with some changes. LeBron comes in for Damian Jones. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Brown the pass to Jordan. Over Harrell. Jordan's shot is off. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harrell. It's good on the putback. Harrell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Here's Luwawu. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside. Count that one.
Dominating in the scoring column. Something Harrell can do for you now.
1 second left. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was...
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Lakers lead by 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Setting the floor for the Nets. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then there's Green. And it's Brown in at the 2-guard spot. Feeds to Green. And the rejection by Harrell. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
And you know for that matchup with Charlotte, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
Schroeder finds Harrell. James with it, guarded now by Durant. James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Inside, here's Harrell. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Harrell high post. Kuzma outside. And Durant sends it back. On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Durant against Kuzma. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Caldwell Pope dishes to Harrell. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Harris against LeBron. And James throws it down.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Harden against Schroeder to the middle. Here's KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Fires from deep. No one near James as he lets it go. Bullseye. And the Lakers lead by 3.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Harden dishes to Harris. Back to Harden. He feeds it to Green. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by James. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Kuzma passes to Harrell. LeBron drives in. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
When you need a big score, you want LeBron to at least touch the ball, and this is why.
Harden the pass to Green. Harris outside. Outside Irving. Drains it from beyond the arc.
When the lights are at its brightest, Kyrie loves coming through.
Shooter kicks to Harrell. Shooter passes to Harrell. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists in the game.
Delivering a much-needed bucket. Harrell always working hard for the team.
Irving for 3. The rebound by the Lakers.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Kuzma kicks it over to Schroeder. Harris against Kuzma. Down low. There's Harrell. He gets it in there.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. That's tipped. Harris outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Green finds Irving. LeBron outside. It's rebounded by Durant.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Irving can't hit. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope outside. From deep 3-point range. And it's LeBron missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 6. 3 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
And so the Lakers take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Who from the East received the most All-Star votes?
I'll give you all a hint. This person received more than 5 million votes. Was it Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, James Harden, or Kevin Durant?
And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And the Clippers starting five. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nets, we've got Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Boy, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Outside Leonard, and there's the pass to Ibaka. Outside for Batum. Here's Beverley, down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. From the top of the key, Jordan with the rebound.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Here's Leonard, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
The strength in that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Ibaka, no luck. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. For 3, Harris connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Nobody near Leonard. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
I mean, is there another guy in the league who knows when his team needs this kind of lift? Kawhi getting those 3 points right back.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shot on the wing, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Leonard's got 7 points.
This is how focused Kawhi is right now. Sees through the play, stays in control, and scores.
Irving finds Durant. And here is Jordan, defended by Ibaka. Jordan with the bucket.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Here's George, outside for Batum, outside Leonard. Here's Ibaka, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
Batum for 3, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Beverly against Harden. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. And here's Harris from the arc. And no good. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard attacking. Now the dish to George. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Right side Irving. Nice move. He stepped back and cast it up. 5 points in the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Beverly. 17 points for him last game against Washington. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Sweet finish from Paul George there. I like to see him get up to the rim like that.
Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Rockets in Houston.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Hands it from downtown.
Wow, just makes that look so easy.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's George. And Jordan sends it back. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball. And the Nets, another 3.
No one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop, and that thing is a deadly shot.
Here's Ibaka, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Nets, up by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Durant is out there with Luwawu. Then there's Brown. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Nets 5. And taken away by Brown. Left side Durant, uncovered. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, the ball hitting his hands and then the ball hitting the back of the net as KD throws another one in.
There's Jackson with the three. Williams in the post. He's covered by Shamet. Williams gets the bucket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And that one's good, Shamet.
Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits to make sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
There's Jackson with the three. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's Durant. He has 5, and the shot goes in.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Jackson passes to Williams. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Just shredding the defense in the pick and roll. Lou Williams only needing just a little bit of space to work.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. There's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
Inside, there's Shamet. It's tipped. 9 feet out. Again, the Nets for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams kicks to Morris. For the 3. The rebound by the Nets.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Durant dishes to Brown. Back to KD. From the high post. Durant with another miss. Clippers trail by 5. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers missing. KD looking around. 1:52 left in the first half of the game. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 6 points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Durant against Morris. Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Outside Williams. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Shamet kicks to Durant. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Clippers trail by 3. Lets a floater go. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Durant with a wide open look. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Shamet with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Williams' shot is off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Durant. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Oh, that is automatic. Durant, one of the better mid-range shooters in the game.
With 1 on the clock, and it is good at the buzzer. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 13 points, 4 assists. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And George, here we go. And it's sent back by KD. And on the way from Irving for 3, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Lets the 3 fly. Outside for KD. Back to Jordan. The basket good off the assist from Durant. KD's got his 5th assist in this one. Out to the wing. Back to George. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Green, he's checked in for Durant. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Outside Irving. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now a 10-point Nets lead.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Leonard with the bucket.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the 3-point shot.
Pass to Green. On the wing, Irving. Pulls it up. Offensive rebound, Nets. Jordan's shot is off.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Beverly wide open. And the 3 off target. Nets leading by 7. Harris finds Green. At the elbow, Harden. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Jordan kicks to Green. Batum with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Irving misses.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And stolen by Irving. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands could be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
To the paint. And it's Beverly missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On its way from Irving for 2. Jordan kicks to Irving. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Landry Shamet is out there with Brown. And it's Durant. Then it's Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5. Williams passes to Zubac. That one's not going to go. Jordan with some nice D. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Brown with it. Guarded now by Morris. The open shot, KD. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Clippers trail by 11. Here's Morris. Left side, Williams. Passes it to Zubac. And stolen by Jordan. The 3 from KD. Morris with the rebound.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Brooklyn leading by 11. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Leonard finds Williams. Outside, George. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
So for the Nets, Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's Harden in for Landry Shamet. Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Williams against Harden. Jordan kicks it out to Harden. Over Williams. They get it back. Jordan the pass to KD. Yep, that one goes. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this might be a KD special here. Everything dropping early here, and the defenders already slouching.
George passes to Zubac. Now here's Williams. 3-pointer. Back to George. And the layup falls.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
To the inside. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Durant. And the Nets lead by 12. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist, and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Clippers trail by 12. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Out to Morris. George against Brown. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Harden against Williams. A step-back shot here. Jordan, the pass to Durant. It's Durant on the wing. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Irving's checked in for the Nets. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Williams. Stolen by George. Ibaka with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Ibaka goes in, and that one drops.
And the lean frame of Ibaka, taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Irving passes to Jordan. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Their plan working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Back to Ibaka, and stolen by Jordan. The 3 from KD. Offensive rebound, Nets. Here's Harden. That one wide left. Ibaka goes in. The layup missed. So it's the Nets picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
You've got pink diamonds, you've got galaxy opals, but now you can pick up a new tier of player cards in my team. Brian, and I'm here to talk.
And the Lakers all decked out as they made their way off the bus. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Paul George.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, they've got Batum. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Now here's Beverley. The 3. And James pulls it down. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Outside, Batum. High post Ibaka. Outside, George. Back to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year or midseason?
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out. Here's Caldwell Pope following the score by Serge Ibaka. James finds Gasol. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Now here's Beverley. 17 points in his last outing. Ibaka right side. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. It's deflected. Stolen by Beverley. One-on-one fast break. Shoots over Schroeder. Leonard the pass to Beverley. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Morris. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. That one misses. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Ibaka. It's blocked. And it's the Lakers on the break. James with the ball. Here's Caldwell Pope. Morris outside. And there's the foul that goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley, and then for the Lakers. Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Morris. Basket good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
George looking around. Over in the corner, Zubac. 6 to shoot. It's Williams with the drive. Puts it up from 12. And the Clippers miss again. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Kings. Harrell against Zubac. Harrell dishes to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Caldwell Pope against Leonard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the rejection by Zubats. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is. But no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
The first one falls for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Lou Williams. The Lakers also changing it up. Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's Harrell. 26 points for him last game against Sacramento. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. Zubats against Harrell. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots the 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Kuzma passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jackson.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And so Jackson nails both of them. Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. James, the pass to Harrell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Lakers right now, Harrell is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard position. Batum against Kuzma. Pass to Harrell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And that's now 6 points for Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Kennard's shot is off. The Lakers in the lead. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Here's Zubats. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
And the pass to Horton Tucker. Inside. And Harrell slams it in.
Yeah, just showcasing his agility in these sets. Harrell's IQ and knowing when to slash is impressive.
It's Jackson with the drive. And stolen by Harrell. Now the Lakers on the break. Morris passes to Harrell. Kuzma against Zubats. Here's Harrell. Back to Kuzma. Morris right side. 5 on the clock. Kuzma outside. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And Harrell slams it in.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Kennard finds Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Zubac. Stolen. Stripped it away. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Batum. Good.
And, you know, that wingspan, those arms are very long for Batum. Uses them well to score through contact.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Down low, and stolen by Harrell. To the paint, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Jackson passes to Zubac. It's Kuzma penetrating, and Harrell slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Jackson. Lays it up off the glass.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Earl high post. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Zubac. Now Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. Big time play throughout the first half from Montrezl Harrell. He had 20 points. Thanks for joining.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, guys, Montrezl Harrell has been exceptional here.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Oh, that was terrific.
Man, my goodness. Boy, you've got to be careful around LeBron and mindful of his presence now. He's very opportunistic defensively, and with that size, speed, and anticipation, he can pick your pocket.
Lakers leading by 11. Pass to Morris. Back to Gasol. Kicks it out to James. Clock at 6. Gasol is done. Back to James. Beyond the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Caldwell Pope against Beverly, and he comes up with the deuce.
I like watching Beverly catching the defense by surprise. They're excellent at pulling up after the pass.
Schroeder with the ball. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 9-point game. Williams dishes to Ibaka. Back to Williams. Ibaka right side. And stolen by James. Fast break, the Lakers. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And James throws it down hard.
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Beverly for three. And again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers leading by 11. James, the pass to Morris. Gasol against Beverly from the left block. And there's another one for the Lakers.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. George passes to Beverly. The kick out to Williams. Dishes it to Ibaka. Back to Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. He feeds it to Ibaka. Can't hit from in close. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Morris outside. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Gasol able to finish.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Schroeder finds Caldwell Pope to the middle. Back to Schroeder. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Beverly for 3. Sinks the triple. Beverly's got 5.
Well, I tell you what, Beverly's really improved as a three-point shooter, as dependable as they come now, shooting from behind the arc.
Leonard with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Gasol with the steal. Caldwell Pope left side. Morris outside. Passes to Gasol. And the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Caldwell Pope against George. Ibaka and Gasol sends it back. And he gets it back. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Harold down low. Working on Zubac. Here's Schroeder. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And he gets it to go.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Harold. Kicks it out to Schroeder. He gets it up. Go!
Yes!
At the buzzer!
And that is a big-time 3, fellas, to extend their...
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the point. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Zubac. Inside. The kick out to Williams. A three from Morris. The shot will not fall. And the Lakers going the other way now. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Kuzma passes to Harrell. Here's Caruso, covered by Morris.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
George against Schroeder. Nobody near George. But they recover it. Outside Williams. Back to Morris. Puts up a three. Caruso grabs the miss. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso, defended by Batum. Williams against Schroeder. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 17.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. To the left side wing. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Back to Kuzma. To the inside. Harrell the pass to Caruso. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For the Clippers, Leonard comes in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. James checked in for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Alex Caruso. Outside, George keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverley. Leonard on the wing. This one for three. Drops in the tray.
Love the unselfishness of Beverley. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Out to the right wing. Back to Schroeder. 1:14 left in the game. Down low. And it's Harrell missing. Clippers trail by 12.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Lakers.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game from Montrezl Harrell.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Pass to Gasol. Out to Morris. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Right wing. Here's Cabangeli, defended by Jones. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Matthews against Kennard. Caruso looking for an opening. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so the Lakers take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
triple threat. There are 19 reward cards available, and trust me, you're going to want these cards for your lineup. For the Galaxy Opals, you can earn Brandon Roy and Wes Unseld. But even the pink diamonds are scary good, with cards like Dr. J, Joe Dumars, Allen Iverson, and more. And if you complete the entire All-Star Spotlight Sim, you'll be rewarded with Galaxy Opal.
That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let... Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons. For DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the point. And here are the Nets. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Schroeder kicks to Gasol. Morris against KD. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Morris.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Outside Irving. Harris passes to Jordan. Back to Harris. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out, I thought they looked overmatched. I mean, I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Gasol deciding where to go with it. On the wing, James. Back to Gasol. Out to Morris. Clock at 4. The second effort. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nets shooting their first free throws here for the night. Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Kuzma finds Schroeder. Misses the 3. Nets trail by 3.
And last season, you saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
Durant, he's so skilled on the offensive end. He can shoot the long ball, comfortable on the block, drive to the hole, dunk over you, give you the jump hook, post game, turn around. I mean, and look, that time, he makes a play from mid-range.
Harrell, that's good.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Harden missing his last shot. 1:27 left in the first quarter of the game. Out to Kuzma. Back to Caldwell Pope. To the paint. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Outside Durant. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. Kuzma with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Kuzma passes to Harrell. Out to Kuzma. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. First in assists, 11th in scoring. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. James in the post. Brown on him.
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always look to dunking it home.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 5-point game. From deep, Harden. He can't get it to go. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Caruso, the pass to James. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Down low, Harrell. Goes back up. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Jordan with some nice D.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You see the cleverness of Irving on that play, able to get his shot off despite getting whacked.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Lakers on top, leading by just 2. And will return shortly. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense, and I feel like we're at that.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Marc Gasol. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. And it's Caruso in at the point guard. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Irving. The Nets with the lead. Now here's Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. Brown finds KD. Shoots a 3. The rebound by the Lakers. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Back to Gasol. In the corner, it's Morris. Here's Caruso, guarded by Green. Here's Gasol, up and in with the jumper near the hoop.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from there.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Durant for 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. Luwawu, the pass to Green. Gasol with the steal. Now the pass to Kuzma. Gasol kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Gasol. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Green. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
It's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say Gary Payton. I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that
constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Green after the basket by Los Angeles. The kick out to Brown. They get a hand on it. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Horton Tucker. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
That's about as a high percentage a look as you're going to get, running the floor beautifully.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Durant. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And James Harden subbed in for Brown. Now here's Harden. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Rockets in Houston.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Here's Schroeder. James Harden picking up that last basket. Schroeder passes to LeBron. Kicks it to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Shamet. Back to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harden on the wing. From outside the arc. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Schroeder finds Harrell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
Harden outside. Now the feed to Jordan. And Jordan slams it in.
And he doesn't always feel the need to get fancy on those dunks, but when Jordan does, he makes it something special, just like that one.
Now here's Harrell. 26 points for him last game against Sacramento.
But it was his rebound that stood out even more than me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave him.
He just powered that one down. One of the game's top dunkers. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Lakers lead by 4. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving in at the 2. Harden against Schroeder. Back to Gasol. Nice defense from KD. Brooklyn trailing. Irving passes to Durant. Knocks it loose. Gasol with the steal. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. Feeds it to Gasol. Banked in off the glass. Gasol's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Irving up top. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Count it. Good. Jordan's got his second bucket tonight.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie. That one made my day.
On the wing, Morris. To the inside. Gasol kicks to LeBron. Over Irving. And it's Durant with the rebound. It's a close game here in Brooklyn.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Schroeder dishes to Caldwell Pope. Gasol on the high post. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It just mind-blowing.
James finds Gasol. Schroeder against Harden, and stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge. Kicks it out to Harden. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. The Lakers trail. Morris passes to Schroeder. Back to Morris. He feeds it to Gasol, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Morris passes to Matthews. Over Irving. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Green. The kick out to Irving. Round down low. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Green, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Carves out position, holds his ground, makes it an easy call for the ref.
For Los Angeles, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And the Nets making a change here. Shamet's checked in. 1:07 left in the 3rd. Morris against Durant. Over Morris. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Kuzma passes to Gasol. Back to Kuzma. There's 38 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And the shot is good.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
The pass to Luau. Green with the ball. Kuzma pulls it in. And Luau Cabarro is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, Right around 74%. And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Pass to Green. Will it go? And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
12 seconds left to play here in the third. LeBron passes to Caruso. LeBron drives in, and the dunk by James.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
And so it's the Los Angeles. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the 1.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane, and he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Durant, that's good.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Caruso looking for an opening. He kicks it to Harrell. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Nets trail by 7. Here's Brown, and the rejection by LeBron.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than they appear.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's James Harden in for Landry Shamet. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. Kuzma passes to LeBron. Finds himself wide open and drills it. James has got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
But LeBron taking what's offered from mid-range throughout his career. He's all about the best shot available.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Lakers leading by 7. Harrell kicks to LeBron. Schroeder outside. James finds Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Lakers working the ball around now. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Friday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
For 3, Harris, and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jones is checked in. LeBron against Jordan. Harrell the pass to Jones. Here's Caruso. James right side. Lets it go from the wing. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 9.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The 3 from Harden. A rebound by the Lakers. Harrell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Schroeder dishes to Jones. Schroeder finds Jones. Here's Caruso, covered by Irving for the three. Caruso, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to James. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside, KD. Harden against Jones. Pulls from the top of the key. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Harden.
Just a gorgeous-looking J from Harden, really sticking it to the three.
LeBron outside. Back to Schroeder. It's Jones on the wing. Schroeder kicks to Harrell. Kicks it out to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Passes it to Caruso. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the Lakers have possession. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Harrell, the pass to Jones. Nobody near Schroeder. Had the space there, but it's offline. And so the Lakers take the win. They seem to relish their role. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber.
In the spirit of the NBA All-Star Game, we've had some great All-Star trivia for you to earn some VC. Here's a couple more questions.
Let's go. So when was the first NBA All-Star Game ever played?
Was it 1948, 1951, 1954, or 1957? They're probably shooting granny style, you know what I'm saying? Underhanded.
It's Saturday night and live. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the 1. And for the Clippers, Batum's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now, here is Irving. Harris kicks to Irving. Passes it to Jordan. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
KD drives in. And foul on the shot. So, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Harden. After the miss from Serge Ibaka, took him no time at all on that one.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Left side, George. Pass to Beverley. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Beverley.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. Well, with his combination of length and timing and athleticism, Kevin Durant is eating the glass right now.
That shot missing, and Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
And it's good, 2 points.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverley has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now, here is Irving. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Houston.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Nets leading by 3. Jordan finds Shamet. Brown against George. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. All going up court. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Outside, George to the middle. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Inside. Outside, Green to the middle. Here's Jordan. And the layup is good. Jordan's got 7 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Williams passes to Zubac, and it's good for 2.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
27 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shamet the pass to Jordan. Williams with the steal. It's George on the wing. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Nets lead by. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Green, Brown out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 spot.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Shamet finds Jordan. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Back to Brown. And the rejection by Zubac. The putback, and it's Brown on the follow. Brown's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Morris, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, DJ at his very best. Leave no doubt with that dunk. Go ahead, Mr. Jordan.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Count that one. And now it's an 11-point Nets lead.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Jackson from long range. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And it's Beverley missing. Brooklyn leading by 11. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and Green is right there. Green's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Beverly for three. The rebound by Jeff Green. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Irving finds Harris. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
This is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist from Jackson.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Irving for three. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Batum. Green with the rebound. Green's got his fourth rebound in this one. Harden dishes to Harris. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 14. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Now, Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Beverly wide open. It's good from long range. Pass to Harris from deep three-point range. The shot that time not on target.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Leonard attacking. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Leonard's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead. Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And Beverly kicks to Batum. Harden against Beverly. Outside for Batum, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here. You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Harden, no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Harden against Williams. And stolen by Irving. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Williams in the post, guarded by Harden. And he makes the bucket, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
George against Brown. Zubac, the pass to Williams. The tray. Brooklyn with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And George, here we go. Williams finds Morris. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. And here's the fast break. Oh, the lob to Irving.
There isn't a bad shot for Kyrie Irving right now. His offensive attack is so versatile.
1:05 left in the third quarter of the game. They need this. Zubac trying to break loose. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Lou Williams. Durant with a wide open look, and it's good off the back rim and in. KD's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Kevin Durant goes right up with it. Doesn't give the defense a chance to react.
Irving against Williams. Yep, it counts.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
A different look for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Paul George. And the Nets also making a change. Landry Shamet's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot.
Boy, the utility of Lou Williams is absolutely tremendous. This guy can start, but he's obviously spent the majority of his career as a 6th man. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beverly dishes to Ibaka. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and Williams with the stuff.
This guy has such an advanced offensive arsenal. Lou Williams doing work.
Here's Irving. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Irving's got 9.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
And so And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Brown. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard.
Boy, Lou Williams with the vision. Pretty pass.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. There's the pass to Harris. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Nets lead by 11.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Beverly for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jordan finds Shamet. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Down low. Here's Brown. Jordan trying to free himself up. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got his 3rd assist on the night. Leonard on the wing. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that
one. For 3, Harris hits the 3-point bomb. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Joe Harris has zero doubt about his ability to knock down range shots. How pretty is that?
Here's Williams. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Stolen by Beverly. Here's Ibaka. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. For 3. Harris's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Patrick Beverly is the kind of competitor every team wants. Gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Paul George in for Lou Williams. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Landry Shamet. Here's Harden. Makes it off the glass. And the Nets lead by 17.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
On the wing, Batum. To the paint. Kicks it out to Leonard. Here's the 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
This guy loves to help his team space the floor. You have to respect Kawhi's range. He will make you pay.
And here's KD for 3. Good on the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Harden the pass to Jordan. And here's Harris from the arc. They get the rebound. Outside for Durant. The feed now to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And with small ball catching on, it's the rare team, Doris, that looks to go big and play bully ball. Why hasn't that approach been more popular?
Well, to me, Kevin, the NBA game is one that's in constant evolution. So right now the emphasis is three-point shooting, free throw opportunities, and restricted area opportunities. That seems to be the most efficient way to play the game of basketball. On the defensive end, what that requires is positionless players, guys in the post who can guard the perimeter, switchability. All the versatility you can bring to bear on the defensive end is significant, and so that's why bully ball becoming harder and harder to play in today's NBA.
Back to KD. Shoots over Leonard. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Beverly for three. It's hauled in by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. KD leading the charge. But they get it back. Now the Clippers with it. Here's Beverly. Passes it to Zubac. Outside for Batum. Pass to George. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
From deep. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
This one should be an easy one, for sure.
The beaches of Santa Monica. And how about we check the numbers for Paul George?
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marquise Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Now here's James. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Now here's Gasol. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Gasol finds Schroeder. A nice shot by Gasol.
Sensational feel in the painted area. Get Gasol the ball. Let him use his size and intelligence to full advantage.
Now here's Beverley. 17 points for him last game against Washington.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Paul George with the steal. Ibaka with the ball. Gasol covering. And Leonard has it in the corner. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The 3 from George with the putback, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Now they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Pass to Beverley. Launches a 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 3-point lead. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Lakers leading by 3.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Here's Leonard following the bucket by the Lakers. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on LeBron James.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
First one falls for him. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And the dunk by James.
Well, you got to try to keep LeBron away from the post as much as possible. That time, too deep, turns around, and gets the dunk.
Williams for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
James kicks to Caruso. Back to James. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's good. James has got 8 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Williams. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Caruso. A baseline J, and another basket for the Lakers.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
To the inside. Back to Williams. On the wing, Morris. Williams up on top. Here's Zubac. Great D that time from Harrell. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how
everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Luke Kennard out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 2 guard. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Morris against Kuzma. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. Back to Jackson. Knocked away. It's stolen by Schroeder. Here's Caruso. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, good job by Schroeder using his quickness, this time defensively grabbing the steal.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Kanawha. Rebound by Harrell.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Launches it. Horton Tucker's shot is off. Clippers trail by 11. Jackson down low. 12 points his last outing. And the wide open shot from Morris. The shot misses. And the Lakers going the other way now. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Caruso, guarded by Jackson.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Now the Lakers on the break. Out to Kuzma. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kuzma's got his first points of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The 3 from Morris. And Williams, here we go. Zubac the pass to Morris. Shoots over Kuzma. And the shot is long.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Horton Tucker. Zubac defending. Horton Tucker, the pass to Schroeder. 5 on the clock. Free throw line jump shot. That shot off, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, really a game that they should not have lost, but sometimes even when you play your best, it might not be good enough.
So it's the Lakers now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Back to Kuzma. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Here's Harrell. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
That's what Harrell does. He's in there mixing it up, and he goes right back up for a shot.
Jackson from long range to the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Harrell. Buries the easy one. Harrell's got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Zubac. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Schroeder kicks to Caruso. Pass to Harrell. And he banks in the layup. Harrell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Harrell will do whatever it takes to grab some of those buckets down low.
And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
LeBron outside. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq, what was your... Hey.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, guys, Montrezl Harrell has been exceptional here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and Harrell's in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
Both free throws good from James. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 15-point game. Passes to Batum. Inside. Ibaka drawing the double team. Three-pointer. A shot by Batum. No good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the dunk by James.
Yeah, LeBron showing all the ways that he can dominate a game here on another level in this one.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard. Outside for Batum. The feed to Ibaka. 4 on the clock. The 3. The rebound by Gasol. Lakers leading by 17. Morris dishes to Harrell. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Harrell. Now here's James. 17-point lead, their biggest.
How much fun is it to watch this guy when he's on one like this? Loves to attack the rim.
Here's George. Here's Ibaka. Missed inside.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
LeBron kicks to Morris. Caldwell Pope outside. It's stolen by Ibaka. LeBron against Beverly. Over to the wing. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. And there's the pass to Schroeder. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Morris. Down low. Here's Gasol. Count it. Gasol's got 6.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here is Ibaka. And it's the Lakers on the break. Caldwell Pope finds Gasol. Nobody near Schroeder. Gasol. It's good on the putback.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. They need this one. Rejected by Gasol. And up before again for the Lakers running the court. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. It's deflected.
And a guy who blocks few shots, KCP stepping up and gets all of that one.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Morris. The Clippers getting the bucket. It's Schroeder with the drive. Back to Gasol. That shot, no good. Ibaka with some nice D. Clippers trail by 21. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Schroeder kicks to Morris. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 8.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Batum, good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Back to Schroeder. to the paint. Shooting foul, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The Lakers with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. James finds Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to James. Gasol's got 12 points in the game.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Left side, Williams. Zubac, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. LeBron outside from deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Lakers on top, just dominating this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams at the point. Here's Horton Tucker. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Caruso. Lays it up and banks it in. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Here's Horton Tucker. Paul George making his last shot. Harrell, that's good. And the Lakers lead by 20.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact.
Zubac against Gasol. Zubac the pass to Williams. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. There's the 3. Drills it from outside.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And it's Leonard missing.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Here's Horton Tucker. Defended by George. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harrell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up in Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Lakers passing it around. And he feeds it to Harrell. Knocked loose. And Harrell slams it in.
Well, he's a physical big, and you just see these signs of maybe his skill set coming through.
And Williams, here we go. 2 points. That one goes.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Out left to the wing. Caldwell Pope outside. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Harrell. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Montrezl Harrell.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Williams passes to Leonard. A second chance effort. No good there. Kuzma with the defensive effort. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 13-4 run. Stolen by George. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go all the way. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Caldwell Pope right side. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Caruso. And again, the Lakers no good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.